The Fall and Rise of the Jews Preview. I'm about to publish a series of videos on the fall and rise of the Jewish people. The reason for this is to show that this process has been going on from the time that the Jews were expelled from the Holy Land up until the present day. It's an inevitable and inexorable process. The Bible prophesied that it would happen, and it is happening. Amos chapter 9 verses 14 to 15. And I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them, and I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, saith the Lord thy God. This prophecy relates to the last days. Previously, the Jews were pulled out of their land, but this will never happen to them again. I hope that as this story of rejection and restoration unfolds, people will understand that what is currently going on in Israel is all part of the restoration of the Jews to their land, the Holy Land. In the past, Gentile leaders have been able to treat the Jewish people as they pleased, but this is no longer the case. They can't be pushed around anymore. I shudder for my own nation when I hear how our current Prime Minister in the UK talks about Israel, as if he has any right to make pronouncements about Israel and decide its future. Our current government has a bad track record of anti-Semitism and double dealing with Israel. As I write, November 2024, the government has taken a decision that the UK will suspend around 30 arms export licenses to Israel for use in military operations in Gaza, just as Prime Minister Ted Heath put an arms embargo on Israel in the 1970s. Heath's government came under God's judgment, and I expect our current leadership to do so as well. If you are interested in the shocking history of Britain's betrayal and double-crossing of the Jews in the period leading up to its independence in 1948, I would recommend a secular book called O Jerusalem by Larry Collins. Britain's track record has not always been bad though. In fact, many of our leaders have been supported by the Jews and have themselves supported the Jews. William the Conqueror, Oliver Cromwell, Charles II and William of Orange all received Jewish assistance, and in the context of their time gave the Jews some support. Also, the House of Hanover, from George I to Queen Victoria, and our current House of Windsor, have been relatively friendly to the Jewish people. That is probably why the British royal family has outlasted many other royal lines. Strangely, the most virulent anti-Semite governments in the UK, with the exception of Ted Heath's Conservative administration, have been socialist, which is ironic as the father of socialism was Karl Marx, who himself was a Jew. If nothing else, I hope that this upcoming series on the Jews and Israel illustrates how nations rise and fall according to their treatment of the Jews. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy the series. You can find more information at prophecy-workshop.com.